Imagine you're on the flight deck of the USS Abraham Lincoln at sunrise. 0600 local time. Strait of Hormuz. Flat water. Clear horizon. Then the radio cuts in. Multiple airborne contacts. Bearing north. No alarms. No panic. Just that line. 12 drones have just lifted off near Bandar Abbas. Iran already told the world this moment was coming. They released propaganda footage showing a carrier being overwhelmed by a swarm. Their message was simple: your carriers are vulnerable. Now they're testing that theory. The aircraft climbing off the coast are Shahed 136 one-way attack drones. They cruise around 115 miles per hour. Pre-programmed GPS. No onboard radar. No real-time pilot control once launched. No evasive maneuvers. Once airborne, they are committed to whatever coordinates were loaded before takeoff. Their target: a U.S. carrier strike group centered on the USS Abraham Lincoln, screened by Arleigh Burke-class destroyers running the Aegis Combat System. 25,000 feet above the formation, an E-2D advanced Hawkeye is already orbiting. Its /A.9 ASA radar paints the 12 drones before they finish climbing. Within seconds, every destroyer in the formation shares the same targeting picture through cooperative engagement capability. 41 minutes to impact. Inside the Combat Information Center, nobody is surprised. Timelines are calculated. Engagement zones are assigned. Coffee cups stay on the table. There's also a Mohajer 6 surveillance drone orbiting at 12,000 feet, streaming live video back to shore. The strike group commander sees it. He could shoot it down with a single SM-2 interceptor. He doesn't. He lets it watch. At 20 kilometers, one Arleigh Burke trains its Mk-45 5-inch gun. 3 proximity-fused rounds fire. 3 Shaheds break apart mid-air. At 15 kilometers, Phalanx CIWS spins up. The M61A1 rotary cannon sends a wall of 20mm tungsten downrange. 4 more drones disappear in fragments. 5 remain. 5 RIM-116 rolling airframe missiles launch. 5 impacts. 90 seconds from first shot to last. 12 drones destroyed. Roughly $2.5 million in defensive interceptors used against drones that cost a fraction of that. And the Mohajer transmitted every second of it home. From Tehran's perspective, the math still works. America spends more than Iran does. At 0650, 3 coastal launch sites activate. 76 drones lift off in staggered groups. 20 more remain low near the coastline. This isn't harassment anymore. This is magazine warfare. An Arleigh Burke carries 96 vertical launch cells. But not all are loaded for air defense. Some hold SM-3s. Some carry SM-SAXS. Some carry Tomahawks for strike missions. Air defense interceptors are finite. Iran's strategy is simple: overwhelm the system. Empty the tubes. Force expensive shots against cheap targets. Unless the missiles never leave the tubes. At 0720 the order goes out. Weapons free. On the forward deck of one destroyer sits something easy to miss. A flat panel array between the VLS cells and the bridge. No barrel. No rotating dish. A high-powered microwave system. At 18 kilometers, 41 drones enter engagement range in a tight arc. The system activates. There's no visible beam. No explosion. Inside the Iranian control station, 37 video feeds go dark at the same moment. Behind that panel, concentrated microwave energy overloads exposed electronics. It doesn't tear apart the airframe. It doesn't need to. A Shahed's guidance package is built around commercial-grade components. They operate on milliamps. The microwave pulse delivers far beyond that. 37 drones lose navigation and drop into the Gulf. 4 survive at the edge of the engagement cone. 6 seconds later, another pulse. They fall. Eastern formation. 35 more drones. Another engagement cycle. 35 contacts disappear. 76 drones neutralized in seconds. No missiles fired. The 20 reserve drones drop to wave-top altitude, roughly 20 feet above the surface. They blend into sea clutter. Radar returns mix with whitecaps. For 12 minutes, the strike group tracks empty ocean. Then a merchant tanker forces the sea-skimming drones to climb slightly above the radar horizon. They reappear. 2 microwave pulses. 16 drop immediately. 2 slip inside 3 kilometers. Phalanx engages. Both destroyed. 96 drones launched. 96 destroyed. Missile expenditure, 0. At 0800, Iran escalates. 2 Khalij Fars anti-ship ballistic missiles launch from inland positions. Mach 3 terminal phase. Heavy warheads designed to cripple large vessels. At the same time, 80 more Shahids lift off. 6 fast attack craft surge from harbor carrying C-802 anti-ship cruise missiles. Ballistic. Drone saturation. Surface strike. All at once. 4 SM-2 Block 3 interceptors launched to intercept the ballistic missiles. For several seconds, the microwave system avoids that sector to prevent interference with friendly interceptors. Aegis handles the deconfliction automatically. Sector timing. Firing windows measured in milliseconds. 2 successful intercepts at altitude. Both ballistic threats destroyed. An MH-60 or Seahawk is already airborne. 6 AGM-114 Hellfires later, the fast attack boats are eliminated before reaching launch range. The microwave system resumes full coverage. 80 drones disappear in under half a minute. Iran launches 60 more. 53 fall quickly. 7 survive during a brief cooling cycle. Phalanx handles 3. Ram intercepts 2. The microwave system finishes the last 2 at 9 kilometers. Total conventional expenditure for the entire engagement. 4 SM-2 interceptors. 6 Hellfires. Everything else ran on shipboard electrical power. Iran's doctrine was built on cost exchange. Forced the United States to burn through expensive missiles defending against cheap drones. That logic works against traditional defenses. It doesn't work against directed energy. As long as the ship's generators are running, the system has ammunition. And while hundreds of drones were launching, the E-2D Hawkeye was mapping launch sites, tracking mobile launchers, and geolocating radar emissions along the coast. Iran didn't just lose drones. It revealed its network. In modern naval warfare, controlling the electromagnetic spectrum matters as much as controlling the sea. And in this scenario, the sky above that carrier strike group wasn't overwhelmed. It was managed,